Hi, John here. Just going to ring Willie Peter and see what happened today at the meeting.
Your prepaid account balance is less than $5.
Oops, short. Hello, Willie. Willie, John here. John Wannell.
Yeah, we just had a thing with Nigel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Are you still in the hui now?
yeah, we're still having a thing now.
Oh, I'll ring you when you finish, when you're free or whatever.
Okay.
Okay then, Willie.
Yeah, well, at least 1 hour with Nigel.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, well, I'll call you when? What
Hour
about?
and a half, actually.
Hey?
Was an hour and a half we had with Nigel.
Oh, good. So I'll call you about what time?
Yeah, we'll give you a bit of we'll finish tomorrow sometime.
Okay, good. Okay, Willie. Willie's with Naidu. That's okay. We'll see what happens there because, really, quite frankly, it's none of my business. I just have to let them do what they have to do. That's all. But I'll just finish off this video with just let him call me of their findings or how they're going to be doing things tomorrow after when they're finished. So that's good. They've been busy all day and they're still in the meeting pretty long. I'll give Morris a ring. That phone's going to run out of credit, so I better use this one. Or this one. I'll use this one. And this one's got some credit in it. Oh. Okay. Cecile Hoots. I'll try and Cecile again. Okay, Cecile, John Wannell here again. I'll let you ring me when you get time. Bye. Morris ring. Hello, it's me. I'm just I was talking to Willie up in Pulahose, so he'll go and give me a call tomorrow when it's all finished. But they've got Naidu, that American native judge, so it's been full on all day with some. That's none of my business. I'll leave them to do what they want to do, and we'll get on with our business. Okay, bye. So that's, just find Cecile Dion's number, because I think I'm calling her number, which doesn't work. Somebody answered it. Yeah, here's the one here, this one. I'll ring Dion's number. Okay, I'll read Dion. Dion? Well, that's what's the one thing. Oh, that's not the one. I'll read Dion's number.
Hi guys.
That's not the one.
How are you?
We are good.
And you know each other really well, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, we all grew up with each other.
That's amazing.
We could say anything to each other.
Yeah.
You kind of
Okay,
I know what
close
each
it.
other's thinking. Yeah. It's just that look.
0, 2, 1.
If you asked us from the beginning of our first audition if we were going to get to the judges' houses, we probably would have looked at you and just laughed, to be honest.
Sorry, that's not working for me. What else have you got?
I'm feeling
0, 2, 1.
which is something that we've written ourselves.
Right, okay.
Ultimately, we got through being ourselves. I mean, we've had people coming up to us and singing, I'm feeling you. So yeah, the response has been really cool.
That lady did it at the airport when we were flying out here.
Well, add to context. Add to context.
Hello and thanks for joining us for your Saturday Lotto draw. That huge Powerball jackpot was struck on Wednesday. Tonight you're paying $4 million. Let's not delay because the next 2 minutes could change your life. Play Lotto. Yes, we have all dreamed of it, but on Wednesday, in
lost.
reality, not one but 2 lucky players.
Two.
But we haven't heard from them yet.
That's the thing.
Neither winner has come forward. The winning tickets were sold at Newell, Warkworth and Fresh Choice in Greytown. If you think that could be you, please check your tickets. Here's your first ball tonight, 25. Yes, Warkworth and Greytown are buzzing. The locals are wondering if it's not a goal. Second ball, 34. We all love to know who are New Zealand's fewest multi-million. Third ball, 37. These winners are just one step away from the good life. All they need to do is check
Oh, nobody answered. Hey, hello, Dion. It's John Wanoa here. John Wanoa, the Maori boy.
John.
Yeah, John.
Oh, John. Okay. Can you speak to Cecile?
Yes, please.
Hold on, please.
Thank you.
Hi, John.
Hello, you got time to talk a little bit?
Yes, I do. I see you in the center of the Tongan football again.
The which?
Tongan football.
Football. Tongan football.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Rugby or whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
I didn't see it. Is that a recent video or?
No, I thought maybe they've been performing today again.
Oh,
Apparently there was another game because we saw so many of them on the road.
oh, they're here in Otahu making a big noise. They beep the horn all night, and wake me up. I can't sleep properly when they beep the horn, and I can't go and growl them because they're having fun. And I want to make a football team to go and beat them. Guess what? Naidu is up in Puraho's place up in Hokianga and Kaikoui today. They're making a big effort to try and counter what we are doing, I think. Yeah, and I think it's going down a slippery track.
And I think, you know, if you look at all the stuff that he's been involved in over the years, there has never been any successes through with any tribe in Canada, in the United States, you know, Hawaii,
Yeah,
has been involved in, what do you call it, you know, when you have to repossess your home.
yeah, mortgage foreclosure, foreclosure. Yeah, yes, yes, yeah. Yes.
and then when the papers appeared, he just stood for the money. So
Yeah.
I can't see if you look at the boards there, and these are people, honestly, putting stuff out there. I can't see why people's eyes are closed.
Yes, because I'm thinking that Porohau is on a funny pathway because of the memorial they're stuck in on the hill up in Taheke, where we had the big hui, a hui, and they didn't come. They didn't come to that to claim that tupuna, Hori Te Kuri, is actually linked to Rewharewha Manukau in Auckland, and they've got that memorial that they're working with the Ratana Minister Hayward Brown. No, they have defrauded the Ratana Church. That's the ones that are operating in Te Tii Marae. That's why they've shut it down, and they're going over the bridge on the other side for Waitangi Day now. What happened is that when I got shunted off Te Tii Marae, Morris Baker picked me up and took me to his place, and that's where I saw the real treaty signing was there, and that added up to being the origins of British title came straight into Hokianga. That's the one. That's the British title, and that's the one that's safer. It will clobber anybody else in the road right through the world there. So I've got that sewn up for this week. Next week we're wrapping things up, and we should be getting Cook Street back next week. And the real Moriori Ratana Minister, Manahi Mohimi, he's with Morris Baker, and those two, Manahi's for the Manukau Moriori Waikato chief, and Morris is for the Hori Te Kuri, that made the contract with the first British that arrived there, the Russell family, and Maura Hoffman. Russell is saying I'm right on track because she was a little girl in Rawene, where. Eh? Yeah, no, she was brought up there, and she knows how the Russells were the native land courts in Rawene, and she knows how that all worked, and the mission house in Mangungu on Taheke Road, and Morris Lobo Baker is living in the Ratana Church, the first Ratana Church there on that road, up the road 5 k's away from that mission house, and that's where everything is in that little Ratana Church house. I've been staying in there with him. So the Ratana, what happened was the Rogan and the Manukau made the Ngāti Whātua tribe up. It's not real, and then they made the titles, and all the treaty claims are lumped into that as a fight against Ngāpuhi. And so that's the female line of the Manukau family, but that Rogan and that family turned the Tira Waikato Wharehere Manukau from Cambridge, from Mangatotiri Mountain, that's the real Manukau, turned it into a female. On the whakapapa with the tupuna up there, and that's where all their tribes came from. The whakapapa is all wrong. I've caught them out. So what's going to happen now they know that, they can't use that tupuna. Morris stopped them from using that Hori Te Kuri, and Rameka is the father of Hori Te Kuri, and Hiremai was the son of Hori Te Kuri, and Morris's name is on that title transferred. He's the chief of the whole of Ngāpuhi in the British title at the Rawane Native Court. That's where the land. They know now, they know their court, they know because I've got it all on videos, I put it all on YouTube and on Facebook, I've written it all, I've gone through a lot of trouble. And what happened is the British treaty was signed at Mangungu, at, on Tahika, just west of Kaikohe, that's only about 20 minutes out, and to that mission house. And then from there, the Russells and Morris family bought land in Whirinaki, and they settled there with the Busby family, and that was the first land they bought from Rewharewha Manukau's ancestor Te Rawakato in Edinburgh Magistrate Court in Scotland. And so Jackie's got on right onto that now. And that was 1820 to 1830. That's when New Zealand was sold, the whole country was sold, and the Pacific Islands was sold back then. And what happened is, eh? What's that? 1820 to 1830 was King George IV, the brother of King William. King George. So this country was already sold. That's why the British came straight into Hokianga Harbour and set themselves up with the title already sold. That's when they bought the land from Hori Te Kuri, who already knew Rewharewha Manukau, sold the land to Rogan in 11th of November 1862. I had that hui on that day in Te Unga Waka Marae in Epsom, and they let me have that marae any time I wanted. And so I opened it up as a memorial to that 11th of November 1862. That formed the Native Title Act in New Zealand, and the rest of the world came out of that title. And so the Ratana Church and the Manukau's held on to it in Kaipara, right? And the female line made all the money out of the real Manukau down in Cambridge. Yeah, and so I've gone and reversed it back to the original Manukau and build the what happened was the Russells went from there from Hokianga over to Russell and Bay Islands and Kororareka, and they set up. They wanted to set the government up at Rawene, or not Rawene, Mangungu. That's on Tahike, with the Tahike marae and that little Methodist church there as well. I filmed it, it's on YouTube, with Manahi. Manahi opened up everything there with him as a apotoro against Hayward Brown on Waitangi and Titi Marae there, making the Ratana Church for the Crown New Zealand and New South Wales. That's where that fraud boy and the Browns and Ken Brown and all those Peter Peroni on Waitangi, they've screwed all that to themselves and the New Zealand government. And I'm going them for that, for corrupting the Rewharewha Manukau's title to Waikato in Cambridge and corrupting Morris Baker's title in the Hokianga. They corrupted it by taking it over to Waitangi and changing it and changing the whole thing. So I'm going. Yeah, there's no point in going up against me. That's what I've been trying to say. And guess what? Yesterday, this happened. I got a package mail, and it was soft. When I opened it up, it was my King shirt coming back from the CRD in the Auckland Police Station. Yes, and no, I put it straight on YouTube, and I went down the office down here. I put it straight on YouTube and said, "Oh, they sent my shirt back because that's a sign of guilt, and I'm using that because they used it as evidence against me. Lost the case. Now I'm using it against them to win the case on Cook Street. So the private investigator said to me, get a letter from the lawyer and he'll handle it. We could be in there next week. Well, we should be in there next week. So what I'm going to do is finish it off. I'm going to have a meeting with Morris and myself and Manahi on Monday and Tuesday next week.
Right.
So I might if you got a time to come over after we get somewhere with the lawyer, because we're going straight into business mode the moment I get the letter going to the private investigator. And he didn't ask for money, he just said he needed a letter to carry on and finish it off. Yeah, so that's where we're at. How far you've gone with the website? Do you know how? Oh, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah. So long as you've got an idea, you'll pick up, because I've got to fix the flags up for a start. But I think you'll go straight into it, and that's fine if you haven't done anything up to now. That's fine. But I need to be ready, because Jackie's ready in Scotland, and my two daughters want to go to Edinburgh to live, and they've just hooked up. They've suddenly realised what I've been doing all this time, and so they're both back in London now. They were in Scotland today for Ashley's birthday. What's that? Didn't I want to what? I didn't hear. I can't hear. Yeah. No, they're both going. They're both going in now, because Ashley will run the bank and the pound notes, and you'll do the shares and set up the whole world with the share system, and run things here. You'll run the Cook Street the business. Hey? Yeah, Ashley will do the bank, because that's her trade with that side of things, and Catherine will do the marketing of the shares and marketing of the business, and you'll be handling all the fraud cases here, and put those on database. But I'm expecting to get a 10 million overdraft next week to kick things off. So that's all right if you're not done anything much, but it won't take you long to pick up from there. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's all right. Just to let you know, we should be straight on to salaries when I get overdraft through. I'm hoping that the private investigator will clean it all up and get me on the, as long as he gets me on the Cook Street, that it'll all kick in, because it's all set up to go. But just be ready to pick up on, because there's people in America want to throw $10,000 in at a time, and so that's going to be something that you'll have to handle with the deposits coming in, and to record them. But don't panic yet, because I want to set up the Ashley will get onto the TagPay in France and get that hooked up, although we can start with PrestaShop and get that going. But we'll just wait till we get the money in the bank, and then we can start talking. But I thought I'll have a meeting with Manahi and Lobo, or Morris Baker. So he is the chief of all of Ngāpuhi in the British title in Rawene and Mangungu, mission house where they signed the treaty. 75 chiefs signed the treaty in that mission house, and that's the fixed British title before it went into the New South Wales one in Russell and Bay of Islands and Titi Marae and Waitangi Marae. That's where the corrupted New South Wales government with New Zealand is caught out now. They've caught out because I've let everybody know where the fraud was the Ngāti Whātua tribe. Okay? They created the Ngāti Whātua. No, that's the Kaipara law. Yeah, the Kaipara Awaroa Bank, Awaroa Native Court. That was run by the Rogan and the Manukau. They designed that Tiuri Aho, a tribe with Sir Hill Carfro and Graham Latimer, Sir Graham Latimer, and that was fabricated into the Maori land court titles, and for the New South Wales, they turned the flag from 1834 into the 1835 into the 1840, and I've caught them out because I've gone back further than the 1834 flag that Bundy and those other ones jumped onto it and used my book. They abandoned me, Bundy and Hedewini Karaka, because they signed in the Te Unga Waka Marae in Epsom, and then when they saw the bling bling, they went the other way or something, made them change their mind and go and try and do it themselves. And that's what. Yeah. They're taking a direct line. You see, they're still, their treaty claims are all subjected to this Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei tribe in Auckland. They're the ones running the business in Auckland, Queen Street, the ANZ Bank, but the Little Methodist Church used to be down Queen Street. That was the Methodist Church linked to the Methodist Church where this Mangungu mission house is. That little church is there. We had a service in there with Mana. He's the local minister in there. He lives up the road. He lives up the road one way, and Morris lives the other way. They are the two residents there that run everything, according to the documents of old. That's the true Ratana, and the other one, the Ratana Church, and the other one at Waitangi is the crooked Ratana. The Hayward Brown, Ken Brown is running the Titi Marae now. No more Treaty of Waitangi there. It's on the other side, on the Waitangi Marae, and that's where the fun begins. I said to these Willie Pater rings me up and checks up on me, and I rang him just a while ago, and he said, oh, they're having a meeting, he'll let me know tomorrow. So I said to him, at your meeting, find out whose flag it is, what for, and whose authority. And I've already asked Bundy, and Bundy said, no, they're using the flag for the whakamaninga just so that they can be recognised as their own sovereignty. I said, no, the king didn't give that flag for that. He gave it to trade around the world, not sitting at home protesting with that flag. I said to Bundy, look, I think I'll take it off you. You see? Yeah, because they're not using it for its intended purpose. They're holding it because they know that the Moriori Manukau holds the title, and that's why. The confederation was put together by Mohi Manukau to bring the tribes together underneath this Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei tribe in Ōrākei there, Gaston Point, and also that they hold the title over Auckland, and all that corrupted title of the Kāwhuru on the top of the hill was all fabricated from that tribe, Ngāti Whātua in Kaipara, in that native magistrate court in Helensville. That's where the Manukau lived up the road, and the Rogans run the court, and the Freemasons. The Freemasons, I said to Bundy them, don't muck around with these documents that are put together because they belong to the Freemasons in Edinburgh, Scotland. So I said to them, don't go near because they're watching you and they're watching me, and that's why nothing happens to me, but something will happen with anybody else playing with them. I said, do not use them. Do not use them because it gets in trouble. That's why my daughters are going to stay in Scotland with Jackie and Jackie's keeping an eye on everything. They know how this works and they know where the power lies inside those documents. And there's nobody else can play around with those documents. Only us. Only us. Kohiro, no, the Kohiro has no contract with Westminster, but the Kohiro and Mary Forbes, she is a descendant of King William III of Orange. That's the one that created the banknote and the 8-point star of St. Patrick and also the Bank of England. He created that. She's trying to get to that part of King William, but King William has a contract with us, with Morris Baker and Manahi Mohini and the Manukau's, but I'm taking the Manukau's off in Kaipara and seizing all those titles back into the real Manukau in Cambridge, where they went from Cambridge with Hongi Hika and Te Waikato. Te Waikato went to England with Kendall, Bishop Kendall, to learn English in 1820 to 1830 period. So those two, Hongi Hika didn't sign the contract, he only went for the muskets, and that's what Bundy is a Hongi Hika. And all those people on the north side of the Hokianga Harbour are Hongi Hika. The south is this other side with the Baker family and the Russells family and the Busby family on the south side in Whirinaki and Rawini, the native court, and Mangungu, where the little Methodist church, the Ratana church came out of the Methodist church. That's how it started, and that little church 7 meter house that Morris Baker is living in, he occupied all the 10 blocks of land, and they can't make him pay rates. He's got them back, and that when I saw his titles, and it matched up the ones I've got in Auckland, over Auckland, with the Manukau title, Referee for Manukau, 11th of November 1862, Native Land Act of New Zealand, then those two chiefs went together. Horitikuri. Now, they are jealous of Morris, and they hate him. And now, I see now, because he's holding the title, and those mischief Poroho and them have put a memorial up there between his ancestors, Morris's ancestors, and Horitikuri. They sponked it right there with the whakapapa all over it, with Rahiri's name on, and that's why they call it Rahiri, Ngāti Rahiri. But no, Rahiri's under that Ngāti Whātua as well, and that's why all the treaty claims, all those people in Muriwhenua, all those people up there, Toroa, Ngāti Kawa, Ngāti Kahu, and all those, they're all caught up in the in this Ngāti Whātua tribe in Auckland and Kaipara. They're all caught up in those contracts with the Queen. There. That's them and us is straight to Britain with Morris's title there and Referee for Manukau's title in Auckland. Oh, Referee for Manukau's title is in Awhitu. The Manukau marae is in Awhitu, right? Yeah, well, that's Manukau marae. They changed it to Tahuna marae, and they've lost the case against that land that's got Tahuna on it. Came from the Minhinniks, stole it, and the Minhinniks come from Tahike and on Morris's land, or under Horitikuri. See, the Minhinniks there married into the Haingas, Tim Hainga, and Tim was there questioning us, and Morris says, I know who's who, and they're not from here. And that's why they don't like him, because he's holding the title over them. for the whole of Ngāpuhi on the British titles before it went over to Waitangi. The Waitangi is subjected to what Morris says, and Manahi is taking over the Moriori with that Ratana 1862 Native Land Act. He is commanding that as being a JP, Justice of the Peace, in the Queen's Bench Court, now the King's Bench Court, and they can't stop him because he knows now what to do with the Ratana Church, put it back on its right rails. And Morris is sitting in the, that was the first Ratana Church, not the one down in Ratana, because the Rogans went down there and put it and set that up, right, to fool everybody into the 7 wakas. The Rogans did that and took that Manukau title and forged all its documents, and that's why the government goes and all the parties go down to Ratana to get permission to use that 11th of November 1862 native title from Rawene. Yeah? And from Helensville, Awaroa Bank, the Awaroa Native Magistrate Court Bank. That's where the BNZ started from, the Awaroa Bank, from that courthouse. The magistrate courts are banks. The Navy Magistrate Court is banks, and that's where this bank started, for the World Bank. Yeah, there in Helensville. And that title started Auckland off through that Ngāti Whātua tribe, and Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei broke off from that Ngāti Whātua into another tribe that the Crown Corporation of New South Wales and New Zealand created out of thin air, and I've caught them out because I know everything back to front with all those titles. I've got them all here. Okay. So now we're going to convert all of that and seize on the whole title of New Zealand, and the British will seize the whole lot on that basis, that they corrupted the British title. All those people, Moira Hoffman, Russell, she's the Russell from the little girl that was brought up in Rawene and her land blocks in Whirinaki at that time with the Russell family. She's a Russell, her maiden name, and so she's saying, John, you're on the right track, and that's all that mattered. That's all that mattered. So now we're going to hook up next week if need be. Hello? 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 Oh, gone.
How many times do you have to wash great whites to get them whiter? 50, 34, 12, 3. No, just once. With Vanish Gold Oxy Action, they'll be instantly whiter in just one wash. Brilliant. You'll see the difference.
The GSM phone you have called is either switched off or outside the coverage area.
The Flight Centre's mega global sale is on. For 2 days, get massive savings to many worldwide destinations with amazing deals on airfares, accommodation, cruises, tours and more. Visit your local Flight Centre Saturday 25 and Sunday 26 November to snap up these deals. Apply for a Flight Centre MasterCard and be in to win 10,000 Flight Centre rewards. Plus, no payments and no interest until February 2019. Fees, T's and C's apply. Call 0800 35 44 48. Harvey Norman's Black Friday sale continues through the weekend. Sealy Spy Care Reflection Gas Travel Bed 1487. Oslo Fabric Sofa Bed just 279. Wow. Stainless steel dishwasher 498. That's 28% off. Save 110 on this Ring Video doorbell. Don't miss it. Cheers to super savings with these countdown Christmas specials. Heineken bottles 24-pack, $39.99, or a 12-pack of Corona bottles, $21.99, and Wyndham Bin, Wolf Glass, Yellow Label, or Matua, $9.99 each. Christmas specials only at Countdown.
Welcome back to the X Factor and historic Istanbul, where East meets West, Old meets New. In other words, Louis
Please leave a message.
Oh, I was just trying to video you, but I might get a video call. But no, I'll catch you later because of the other phone ran out of credit. So that's all I need to say for now. We'll catch you. Bye.
It's just quite amazing. Just the fact that I just had dinner with Louis Walsh. Yeah, that's going on my CV. Let's drink to tomorrow. And let's drink to having a great X Factor and me picking the right 3 people. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Cheers, boys. Enjoy yourselves. It's performance day for the boys. And as they arrive at the palace, they head to meet Louis and their guest judge. Come on, boys. The red carpet. The red carpet. Hi, guys. So, guys, here we are. The moment of truth. This is your chance to prove to me why I should pick you for the live shows. It all depends on what you do here today. Also, I do have a guest judge. This person sold 10 million copies with their first album. It was #1 in 10 countries. He is a great songwriter. I am really excited and I'm really happy to introduce you to Mika. Hey guys. So here we are.
Hey, thank you for having me, really.
I'm delighted you're here.
Honestly, I can only imagine how nervous you are right now. And all I can say to you is just to be yourselves. Just enjoy it, because you'll remember it for a very long time. For some of you, it's going to go really well, and others it will stay an amazing memory. But if you give it all you've got, then you'll never have anything bad to talk about.
I want to hear you guys. Can we start? So we're all set. Mika taking his place next to Louis, who's up to the
Oh, sorry. Video's still going. I'll turn it off. I was just trying to find some people to go on to Messenger. So that's all. To Cecile Hoods, our manager here. She's just going to start picking up on the website. I've just noticed, I had a look at it today, and she's been doing some work on it, but we'll get on to it next week. There's still quite a bit to do with the flags, to connect them up to KPay with this one here. It's going to run the whole well from here, and we're about to launch off next week with the business and the shares, and with Jackie Little Gordon in Scotland. Is up from Balmoral, and also John being, what's she say? Hi John, you're watching. Very interesting. I'll just answer Moira Hoffman, Russell. She's from Russell, or the Russell family. Moira. She's a friend of mine. And hello. Sorry about that, my phone ran out of credit.
Oh, sorry about that. And my phone, I think, ran out of battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's right. We didn't need to talk too long because we can always catch up next week. If need be, we'll have a meeting on Skype. I've got my messenger. I just hooked you up to it, and it's video. We can video straight over on my new phone. My new phone. You'll see.
Okay, is that the other number that you found me on?
Yeah,
Because
that's.
I can't, you know what's so strange? I can't find that call on my phone.
Call on the what?
You know, you just called me.
Yeah, on my old number.
Oh, 027 number.
Yeah, 0272813963. That's my number that's on TagPay, the old number. I've put it into the new phone. Hang on. I'm just talking to Maura Hoffman Russell. Hang on. On phone. Just wait a minute. She's the Russell that's following to make sure I'm right. I'll get in contact with her afterwards. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to start hooking off as soon as the private investigator gets the letter from the lawyer, Troy. Then I'm expecting him to put me straight into Cook Street and seize the whole place. He'll do that job, and that's all he asked for was a letter from the lawyer. But the other thing was I'll have a meeting by on this number on that other phone that I rang you on, and I'll hook you up. You can see me on the video on that mobile phone when we have a meeting. You don't have to come in town because I've got the Ungawaga Marae if I need to. But we're not having any more huis. There's only me, Manahi, and Morris. That's it. We're the only ones. We're the only, and their wives and my new girlfriend in Philippines, Minis Flores. She's on Facebook and she's meeting with my. Well, I'm going to chat with my daughters. Ashley and Catherine, so they're ready to go. I had a long video talk with them this morning. So they'll run that in over there with Jackie, and live in Scotland, where the titles and everything is, and so that keeps it tied up tight there, and so we'll get you around the financial projections, and also you'll be picking up all the accounts here through the 250 countries. When that we're gonna just kick off as soon as we get word from the private investigator. He's all ready to go. Yeah. So that was it. It's just my phone, you see. That.
I was going to ask you how your health is and whether you're looking after it.
Oh, after the what?
Your health.
Oh, I'm finished with the acupuncture. There was a whole year, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm right without the medication. I'm off it altogether, and I've got a bit of higher blood pressure, but I manage it all right. I got lots of oranges, and I'm eating properly, and I'm down to 85 kgs. I went down to 83 from 94. And so I'm going to keep my weight around 84, and I'll be right. I'm feeling on top of the world at the moment, and happy. I've got no more stress. It was the stress of huis up north. That was the end. That was the end. The 18th of November was the last hui up in Taheke, am I right? And so we've got that all finished now, and I'm not worried about what Poroho and them do, because they cannot match and tamper with the British title. They have been tampering with the British title, and so I'm not worried about them anymore. And everything's disclosed on YouTube, so there's nobody's going to contest this because it's too late. Everybody knows and can't go to court. So that's how that works. But for you, just make sure your mobile phone clicks into that number. That's the old number for the TagPay. And it'll hook straight up, and you can see me on video.
Can you do me a favor, John?
Yeah.
I don't know, that number should be on my phone because you took one, right?
What's that?
You took one from that number, right?
Yeah.
So the number should be on my phone.
Yeah.
But it's not coming up.
Oh.
I can't find it.
Oh.
It's changed.
Yeah.
I think the number comes up.
I'm.
You just text me. That's why I called on your other number.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know how that works because it's a Chinese phone, and it's on Spark, and
It's okay. If you just text me that number.
Oh, I see.
Because
Yeah.
And I don't, well, actually not me. It's Dion that's got the phone
Oh, okay.
number.
Yeah.
But I don't know, is there special calls with Spark numbers?
No, it's just the normal telecom number, and
Okay.
it's the same as skinny phone. They use the same, and it's supposed to have more coverage, but it's been playing up lately. On Spark's number has been playing up. Vodafone seems to be a better number, but I'm just going to go along with it until we get better communications. We'll get some new equipment and make sure we got. But it works great. The sound is great. The video is great to Britain, and the girls on it this morning was clear as a bell, and no trouble with reception. But over here, the reception's not that great, but the signal is great on that phone. The coverage may not be well enough where you are, and so it might not work properly. But I'll text the number from that.
Is it 027, can you remember the number?
027 281 3963.
Okay, I've got it now.
So-
I've got it, you don't need to text it.
Yeah, so if you can hook up with my, you can try it in a minute and ring on the video side of your phone. Mine should
Oh,
ring.
do you have WhatsApp?
I haven't got WhatsApp. Is that a good one? I'll put that app in my phone as well. What?
Because that's video.
That's the what?
That's video.
Oh, video. Yeah, but I'm running video on Spark as on Wi-Fi directly.
You're doing Skype, right?
Yeah. No, that's not Skype. That's Messenger on Facebook. Facebook Messenger.